The morning I met Adrian, Bandung was soaked in its usual December rain, soft, silver, and strangely comforting. I had been sketching the old building along Braga Street when the weather turned cruel, forcing me to run into the nearest café. My sketchbook was dripping, my jacket was soaked, and my mood was equally ruined. He was sitting by the window, wearing a charcoal sweater, reading a paperback novel. His glasses fogged as he looked up at me, eyebrows raised at the mess that was my entire existence.
You can sit here. Looks like the storm hates you today.
I lost, embraced, and sat across from him. That was all it took. One act of kindness, one dry chair, one smile that felt too warm for the cold Bandung air. We talk and talk and talk. The rain created a world of its own outside the window, and inside, it felt like the universe was politely stepping back to give us space. By the time the clouds finally cleared, he had asked if he could see me again. And just like that, the city felt different, friendlier, warmer, as if the entire of Bandung had silently started rooting for us. Our days become a little word stitch between coffee shops, night drivers, and the glowing quiet of Dago atas. We tried new foods at Sudirman Street, got lost in indie bookstores, and stood on the edge of Bukit Moko at night, watching the city twinkle like a living thing. He made me laugh at things I normally wouldn't. He showed up with martabak when my assignment thrown me. He teased me for being dramatic. He played old Indonesian love song in his car even though he claimed to hate cheesy music. To everyone else, we look effortless. But to me, we were inevitable. One night, the wine was cold and gentle as we sat on the balcony of his home. He pointed at the city lights that looked like stars fallen too early.
Someday, I want to take you somewhere far. Bali, Lombok, wherever you want. Just you and me.
I leaned into him, believing every word. Promise?
Promise.
I held onto that word like it was an anchor. I I didn't know it would be the very thing that drowned me. Around our 10 months, the quiet shift started. Late replies, cancelled plans, exes that didn't match the look in his eyes. I tried to ignore it at first. People get busy, architecture students especially. But then the distant grew thick, sharp, cold, undeniable. When I confronted him outside his boarding house one evening, he wouldn't meet my eyes. Are you tired of us?
No, I'm just overwhelmed. That's all.
He said too quickly, his voice like its usual warm. I want to believe him so badly, but lives have their own gravity, and his eyes were orbiting somewhere else entirely. The annual art exhibition at my campus was supposed to be one of the best nights of my life. I had displayed a large sketch of Braga Street our beginning. I hoped he would see it and remember. He came, but not alone. Across the hall, he stood with a girl whose hand was intertwined with his like it belongs there. She laughed at something he said, leaning close, comfortable to comfortable. My entire body froze. When he finally noticed me, the color drained from his face. The girl followed his gaze and smiled politely at me, and aware she was the blade in this story. I stepped toward them slowly, my heart thundering so loudly I thought the whole room could hear. Who is she?
His girlfriend. Adrian said he wanted me to meet his friends tonight.
The universe didn't crack dramatically. No loud song, no scene from a movie. It simply thinned around me. Suffocation. Adrian?
I'm sorry. I never meant for you to.
Do what? Find out? Tears gathered in his eyes, but they were not for me. They were for the mess he made, the guilt he didn't know how to carry.
You told me you were single.
It was a tragedy with no heroes, only casualties. I left the exhibition before anyone could stop me. I expect heartbreak. I expect tears. I expect nights of sadness. What I didn't expect was what happened next. Both the girl and I received the same message from him that night.
I'm sorry for everything. I'm leaving Bandung tomorrow.
A single sentence, no explanation, no attempt to fix anything, no goodbye. The next day, he was gone. He dropped out mid-semester and transferred to another city. Rumors Jakarta, others said Bogor. No one knew for sure. He disappeared not just from my life, but from the city itself, like he had folded himself out of Bandung entirely. Time softened the wound eventually, but the city still remembers him in the quiet corners, Braga Street, Dago Atas, the cafe where he sat with an open book and a smile I once believed in. Bandung is still beautiful, just not in the same way.